Hello again and welcome to Tips with Andrew. I am Andrew Sapiano. Thank you so much for joining me on this happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are having an awesome week so far, rocking out whatever goals, hopes, plans, dreams, ambitions you have and are currently making it happen. Quickly before we get started here, doTERRA convention tickets are on sale. We are less than a month away officially. I think we're about like 3 weeks. Oh man, I can't wait. I'm so excited. This is if you are at all interested in essential oils, alternative wellness, how to use different alternatives to natural or to modern medicine. This is an event that you do not want to miss. I'm so excited. This is one of my favorite times of year, actually, always. It's a week-long event, information, education, community coming together. And it's just an awesome time learning science behind the oils, why they work, how they work, new oils, exclusive oils. Definitely an amazing time. Testimonials from different people, words from the powers that be over to where the direction of the company is going. And it's such an amazing time. I'm so excited for it. So if you're interested, definitely reach out to me. Drop me a comment, send me a message, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Next, I am officially booking free consultations. If you are interested in working with a certified life coach like myself, feel free to reach out to me. Life is hard, and especially nowadays, right? There's so much going on, and if you can't do it by yourself, that is not a sign of weakness at all. That is actually one of the greatest strengths that you can show, that you are willing to ask for help and make it so that your life is different than it has been. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely reach out to me, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. All right, there's so much more going on over here. I promise you, so much. I can keep going and going, but that's where I'm going to cut it off. Today is actually a really cool topic for me. It's National Telling Jokes Day. Yeah, all right. So today should actually be a day where you're happier than most other days of the year because, right, we're supposed to be telling jokes all day and being in a happy mood. So that's where I wanted to come on, give some tips that help to be happier during crazy times, right? This right now is a crazy time, but not even what's going on, in the world, right? We've got problems at home, right? Not only that, but it's back to school time, right? The summer's coming to an end, and there's so much happening all at once right now, and it can be very hard to keep a positive attitude, right? To be happy, and so that's where I wanted to come on, give some tips that help me be happier, right? Live a happier lifestyle, right? They don't always work. You can't always be the happiest person. But if you do the little things consistently over and over, you subconsciously start to become a happier person. You live a happier lifestyle, and people like to be around you more often. So with that, let's get into today's topic. Since it is National Joke Telling Day, I do think that I should start with a couple of jokes. So they're not great jokes by any stretch of the imagination, but they made me laugh, and so I think that they will make you laugh. So the first one is: two guys walked into a bar and the third guy ducked. That one's awesome. That one actually made me chuckle right away. What was the other one? What is red and smells like blue paint? Red paint. Yes. Why did the coach go to the bank? To get his quarterback? Yes. I love it. Okay, one more. Come on. I saw this one. Where was it? Oh, my boss told me to have a good day, so I went home. That's awesome. That was amazing. You know what? Realistically, not normally do you have a good time at work, so that one's actually pretty funny. That's where I'm going to cut it off. Don't get mad at me. I promise. Those are funny. Just think about it. Those are funny. So with that being said, right, I've got some tips that help to, be happier, to live a more happier lifestyle, and to do things in a different way than you normally think of doing, and that can help you to get better results in your life, right? If you have the happiest life that you can ever dream of, and people love being around you, and you're the awesomest person in the world, maybe this isn't necessarily for you. These tips aren't necessarily for you. But for the rest of us who are just struggling to get through the day, the day-to-day monotony of life, let's get it rocking here. So my first one is nothing more than to go and watch funny videos. Whether that means, right, YouTube is just a plethora of them now, right? But actually what Tina and I have been doing is we've been going through our old movie collection, and actually the other day we watched Rush Hour 1, and if you haven't seen the Rush Hour series, there's 3 of them. There might be 4, but I'm not too sure, but there's 3 of them for sure. Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan, that is an amazing series right there. If you haven't seen it, quickly, it's just Jackie Chan is an officer in China, and Chris Tucker is an officer in the States, and they kind of work together to to fight crime and to deal with the bad guys, and it's so hilarious. It's really awesome. If you, I'm telling you, if you haven't seen it, definitely go out and watch it. But that's what I mean, right? Like, you watch movies like that, you watch funny videos, TikTok nowadays, right? You're 15, 30 seconds, and they're just, it's just people on there doing stuff that is specifically designed to make people laugh, right? More often than not. Comedy channels are another one. That one is huge for me. I love listening to comedy, pretty much any time of the day, pretty much anybody that you're talking about, I can listen to, because comedy to me is really funny, right? More often than not, people are actually funny, and they say and do funny things, and so that's where, the things like that, it can just change your attitude, right? When you're not really having the best of days, or things aren't really going your way, or you got passed over for that promotion at work, right? Or maybe you're not losing weight as fast as you thought you were, or as fast as you hoped you would, right? There's so many things that can get you down in life, and there's so many reasons to have to change that attitude, right? Just flip that switch, and watching funny videos, any way that you can get your hands on it is a great first step, right? It's not the be all and end all. It's not going to permanently make you happier, but it's a great flipping of the switch. It's a great way to change your thought process from that down in the dumps and not really caring about too much, to that, I'm happy again, and life is actually fun and eventful, and just because stuff's one of the things, actually, and it's not really a quote unquote great thing, but you watch other people in videos, and a lot of times it makes you feel better about yourself, right? As much as there's things going on in your life, there's other people that have it so much worse, and there's other people that dream about having your problems, right? So that's a real way to think about it, and it's a great way to just change your thought process. I'm telling you, right? If you're in a bad mood and you start watching funny videos and it doesn't help you, it actually makes you even more mad, definitely come back here and tell me that that didn't work, because I would love to hear the story behind that one. Number 2, get outside. Outdoors is your favorite friend during times that are craziness. And it has a lot to do with just when you are faced with a lot of problems and you leave, right, and you go and you do something else and you come back to that problem, more often than not, you can have a different thought process about that problem, right? Maybe the problem itself isn't even a problem. It is just the way that you're thinking about the problem. A lot of stuff happens up in your head. And if you think about it, there's a lot going on at all times, right? Your brain is trying to function your whole body without you even thinking about it. You think about it, you're breathing, walking, talking, reading, looking, seeing, all that stuff we do subconsciously. We don't actually think about having to take every breath during the day. That would put a lot of strain on us. So what our brain does is it filters through things that it seems, or it thinks, that is not important to you in your daily life. So a lot of times we have to readjust to that, and just understand that we're going to have to do a little bit more thinking, a little bit more problem solving about that issue, and because our brain is going to bring us back to what's the word I'm looking for? A comfortable state where we don't feel that we have to make too many thoughts or make too many decisions, because our subconscious mind knows that we struggle with decisions. So it helps us out in that aspect. What happens when you get outside is you actually allow yourself to be caught up in your thoughts. You allow yourself to go through your thoughts and think and realize what's actually going on. Because a lot of times you're up in your head and you make out a problem a lot worse than it actually is. Because we're just so up in our head and we think about it and we overanalyze it, and the problem just becomes so much bigger inside our heads when we're dealing with it at that current moment. Getting outside is a great way to help shift that thinking again. This is all we're doing, right? When we're upset, when we're going through hard times, when things aren't going the way that we want them to, we need that shift in thinking. Because it's an easy path to go down. It's an easy path. Who is he talking to? Swindler's Fist. Thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us here today. I am talking to anybody that is going through a little bit of a tough time right now. We're talking back to school, right? There's summer's winding down. I'm not busy. That's awesome. That is awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. Being busy is not actually equivalent to being productive. So just because you're not busy doesn't mean you're not productive. That's amazing. Swindler's Fist. That guy knows what he's doing. Or girl, sorry, I don't actually know what you are. And then the best part about being outside, especially today, right? I look outside. We've got a nice little forest right beside our apartment there. So that's where it's easy for me to get outside and go in the forest. There's a nice calming, relaxingness, I guess if you will, about the forest. The trees, the leaves, the nice smells in there, and it is very nice and calming and relaxing, and that can be very beneficial to changing your thought process in that current moment. Show it. Actually, you can't really see it, so that'd be a waste of everybody's time. And then also too, you look outside right now where I am. It's nice and sunny. Right, we've got the sun coming down in us, and it's very much a happy place to look out. You got the sun shining, you got the lake right there, you got the trees and everything. So it's a very nice perspective to give yourself. So that's where I'm talking. If you can get yourself outside, it's an easy way to change your thought process and to change your thinking, to change your overall attitude. Because I'm telling you, right, if you're out there and the sun's shining, you're walking on the beach, you got the lake right beside you, it's very hard for you to continue being upset. And maybe that's just me. I don't know. When I'm upset, I really like being outside on the beach, right, with the lake. So maybe I'm just different, and I'm an anomaly. So who knows? You decide for yourself. Number 3 is journaling. Behind you, the portrait, move it slightly up. Thanks for that tip. Number 3 is journaling. Journaling is a great way to help sort of as a preventative measure, because when you start journaling your thoughts and you start realizing what's going on in your life and you start actually writing down what's going on in your life, you can definitely start seeing fiscal changes, right? That's really what we're looking for. We're looking for changes in our life. We're looking for moments in our life. One of the things that it was explained to me was if you don't know what you don't know. So if you don't know what's causing you to be upset, if you don't know what's causing you to be happy, if you don't know what's going on in your life for you to be able to change it, then things are going to keep going the way that they go. Albert Einstein defined insanity as doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. But if we're doing the same thing over and over and we don't actually know what we're doing, it'll be very easy for us to keep going down the same path, keep doing the same thing over and over, and subconsciously expecting different results, right? And when you keep doing the same thing over and over and expect different results, That's the definition of insanity. So that's why we journal our thoughts. That's why we write down what's going on in our day. Now, journaling doesn't necessarily have to be on paper in a book, right? You could talk to a camera. You could get a voice recorder. You could use your phone. Now you can actually just talk, and it'll write out the words for you. That's actually that's super beneficial thing that I've just realized about, and I really wish I knew that earlier, but what can I say? Technology, right? It's evolving all the time. But journaling is a great way. Also, later on, you start to see different patterns, right? When you start to put things down on paper, when you start to really analyze your life and look at what's happening, definitely you can start to see what's going on in your life. You can start to see things that are happening. You can start to see patterns. You can start to realize when things are going to be a little bit difficult on you, when things are going to be a little bit less difficult, a little bit more better, and you can start to really prepare yourself for those types of things. That's why I like journaling as like a preventative measure, sort of an ongoing process, if you will. And definitely, this is something that has helped me more than anything. It's also something that I notice is when I don't write down, when I don't journal what's going on in my life, I notice that I'm a little bit out of sorts. Side note, water. As nice of a day as it is out there, it's a little bit hot. You need to make sure that you're staying hydrated. Make sure that you're getting your water consumption roughly half your body weight in ounces per day. Number 4, relive happy memories. This is actually really great, and I like using essential oils for this one, simply because different smells are connected to our limbic brain, which is what's in charge of our memories. So different smells can help to pinpoint different memories, right? You're talking apple pie, right? When your grandma used to cook, or smell of burning rubber if your dad used to take you to the track. For me, I can't even think of one actually off the top of my head. I'm not going to try. But that's what it is, right? You walk into a certain room and you smell grandma's closet or whatever it is, right? So that's where smells can actually really benefit you in terms of reliving good moments. Smells also relive bad moments, right? But if you're putting through the right kind of smells, you can definitely get yourself into great memories from the past. And we always have great memories that we have. We are our biggest cheerleaders. As much as we can be, the most harsh on ourselves, as much as we can be really, down on ourselves and take ourselves for granted, we, at the best of times, at our best, can be our biggest cheerleaders. So if we're reliving memories, we're reliving times where we knew we were great. For me, it's a lot of it is when I used to play hockey, right? That's really times that I felt at my best. Now things are changing, right? I'm becoming the family man, right? All that stuff. So your priorities change, right? Your happiness turns differently, right? But at the same time, there is memories that we have growing up that we can revert back to almost in an instant, right? And to make ourselves a little bit happier in that moment. Maybe it doesn't help change our entire thought process and everything's nice and roses and sunshines and butterflies, but it can help you in that current moment to deal with the downness, I guess, if you will, of your current attitude. We don't always have the ability to be super happy all the time, every single minute of every single day. So sometimes we do go through hard times. We do go through hard things, hardships, right? And we need to do what we can to help ourselves in that current moment. What that does is reliving happy moments in your life is a great way. We're talking all of this presentation has been talking about shifting our thoughts, shifting our concentration, right? This is a great way to help you in that current moment. And my last tip, more than anything, is consider a life coach, right? Asking for help is hard. Life is hard in general, right? And if we could do it by ourselves, we probably would have done it already. That's why sometimes we need to consider asking for help, and who better to ask it from than a certified life coach like myself, Book a free consultation today and be on your way to living the best life that you know you can. That's all I got for you for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I had some fun making it. Feel free to share this with your friends, family member, perhaps somebody from your team that you feel needs to hear this. If you'd like to learn more about essential oils, how to get your hands on some of this cool stuff that I'm talking about, booking a free consultation with a certified life coach, definitely reach out to me, drop me a comment, send me a message saying, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day and an even better week ahead. And I look very forward to talking to you again. Bye for now.